Have you noticed that it doesn't seem to matter who we vote into power here in the UK? Nothing seems to get better, and in fact, things seem to continue to get worse. Well, if you're wondering why this is the case, stick around because I'm going to explain exactly what is going on, and it goes way deeper than most people realise. It's extremely easy to blame people like Starmer the Harmer, and rightly so. To be a good, obedient politician, to serve your masters, you must be able to lie to your people, even when it means causing them harm and grief. You have to be able to swallow your pride, swallow your ethics and everything good about you, swallow the part of you that is divine in order for a paycheck. You have to be able to quite literally sell your soul to the devil. And any politician that dares go against this rule of thumb, well, we see what happens to them. Doesn't take long before a little stray bullet comes flying through the sky and says bye-bye. Yet the people of this planet swallow another lie. Huh? I didn't know it was time to rhyme, but there we go. And the merry-go-round goes on, you know? A load of propaganda, a load of false information, a load of absolute BS and rubbish shoved down people's throats by the mainstream. The majority swallow it. The rest who dare to question, called a conspiracy theorist and shoved to one side, told they are lunatics, only to 50, 60, 70 years later be proven correct. But we are in a time of the masses waking up to this. No longer can propaganda be just shoved down our necks without independent people seeking truth on channels like these, and slowly, little by little, changing the world for the better, doing something the politicians have failed to do: serve their people. They have failed to make this world, this country, a better place. This isn't just a UK thing. There are little men in little black suits that tell these politicians what to do. And they're told what to do, the men in black suits, they're told what to do by something even more evil and demonic. Something that I don't even like saying the name of, because that's how deep this goes. This world, this beautiful Garden of Eden that it could be, that it is. Look at the beauty of the planet that we live on. It is so beautiful. Yet we cannot deny an evil energy that runs through the harmonious heavenly beauty of this planet, disrupts it, breaks it, tries to mold it and manipulate it at every single turn. And if you have a soul, if you have morals, if you have a good heart, you can see the evil so clear. And it doesn't sit right with us. It leaves a bloody bad taste in our mouth. There's a bloodline that still exists on this planet that goes all the way back to the Nephilim, when the giants, controlled by the demonic energy, came down and had children with the daughters and the women of humans, creating a lower species in their eyes, a species that can be controlled, manipulated, and in the end, devastated. I told you this was going crazy. I told you this was going deep. When you realise the forces at work on this planet, you realise people like Starmer, Putin, Trump, Khan. You know, Khan causing harm in London, Mayor Khan. Get out of there. You're doing some harm. You know what I mean? People like this are merely puppets on strings to other people that are puppets on strings to puppets on strings. There's a whole theatre going on. And right at the top you have the ultimate puppet master of the evil that works its way around this planet. And I'm going to say part of this universe. And that is the ultimate puppet master of evil. That's the devil. So if you ever look at someone like Starmer the Harmer and you get the chills, you get the EBGBs, You don't see any love in their eyes. There's a reason for that. Because they are serving Satan themselves. Whether they want to admit it or not. Look, you don't have organisations, you don't have a government that is supposed to love you and look after you. And then when you speak out against them, people mysteriously go missing, they unalive themselves. Happens all the time. And in fact, anyone sending messages like this across the internet is putting theirs and their family's life in danger. They really are. But what kind of man could I be to know of truths, to hear of truths, to know that I'm bringing up children in this world, and to know that I chose out of fear to sit in a corner and do nothing? Because ultimately, if you were in love, if you were in guidance, if you were in the spirit of God, you are protected from all evil. There is no other force more powerful than the Almighty, than God, than love. There is no force more powerful than love. And there are two things that are never accidents in this world: the day you're born and the day you die. So it doesn't matter how many people come after you, try to shoot you, try to stab you, try to kill you, try to unalive you. It doesn't matter. That bullet will always miss. That blade will always fly by. The rope will always snap. And you will always stand true, strong and high. And in doing so, we become more than just one human being walking along with a message. We become a unit. Like fingers on a hand, they are weak unto their own, but together they make a fist. They become strong, unstoppable, powerful, and ready for change. The great catalyst of 2025 is coming, and when that happens, it is going to hit like a bolt out of the blue, and I want everyone to be prepared for that. This catalyst needs to happen because the evil energy on this planet can no longer continue to remain. Things need to change. There is an awakening for mankind happening, I promise you. But it all starts with a catalyst of 2025. This year. Something massive happens this year and it wakes the rest of the world up. You know, call me crazy, but it's been written in the stars for a long, long time, this shift into a new age. It was called the apocalypse, it was called the end times, the four horsemen, you know, the return of Christ. It's had so many different names, this new era. But really it is like a return of Christ consciousness, which is something we all hold inside of us. Jesus Christ was painted out to be a mythical man, a mythical creature of the Bible, a fairy tale story. This is not true. Jesus Christ is absolutely real, but not in the religious text that you've been told about. We must understand that our history has been manipulated for control, for men to have control, for this demonic entity to have control. This is how deep this goes, guys. Jesus Christ was a searcher, a seeker for the truth. Why do you think his life is missing from when he was born, then he returned at the age of 30? What do you think happened to him in them years? Well, if you look, you can find. Just like Jesus did, he went searching across India, Asia, with all the gurus, studying what it meant to find Christ consciousness within inside yourself. You see, Christ consciousness is an energy that is available to all of us, that I myself managed to tap into once through meditation. It was the most amazing night of my life, and it changed me 5 years ago. It changed me in a way that if you had spoke to people who knew me just 10 years ago, they would say this is a different person. What have you done with the real Sean? I was an alcoholic, drug abuser. I'd been in prison multiple times, lived on the streets multiple times, rehab multiple times. I'd overdosed on drugs twice, ended up on drips. I'd done some heinous crimes, some violent crimes under the influence of alcohol, and served my time in prison for that, years in a cell. Trust me when I say I've walked on the wrong side of the tracks. I've walked in that demonic path. Now I am sober, 2 years without a drop of drink. I am clean from all drugs. I am walking the path of divinity every single day. I make mistakes, yes. I still make mistakes, I am human. But now my life, instead of being aimed towards self-serving, what can I do to make myself feel better today? My life is aimed towards how can I make my wife's life happier, my friends, my neighbours, my families, my children, my pets, my animals, my allotment, the plants and the vegetables up my allotment, how can I love them more? How can I look after my little world around me and make my little bit of earth the heaven that I want to see? And apart from spreading the message of love and unity and truth on this channel, which is something we all deserve to know the truth. And that's one thing that I cannot stand. I can't stand bullies, and I can't stand liars and cheats. Bullies, liars and cheats. There's something so... Why? You know? Why pick on someone weaker than you? What are you getting out of that? You know, why lie? Because it ain't true. Why lie about something that it don't exist? That's just bull. That's just a waste of everyone's time. And why cheat? Because if you cheat, you ain't really won nothing, have you? You cheated. So none of that stuff makes sense to me. So I really don't get bullies, liars and cheats. They're the three things that I can't stand. And if you look at our politicians today, what are they? They're bullies, liars and cheats. That's who's running our world at the minute. And if the shoe fits, guys, the shoe fits. I'm not sugarcoating it anymore. I'm not doing nothing out of fear. Everything's coming out of love. Love for you, love for me, love for my country, for the earth, for this planet, our home. No more us versus them versus you versus this religion versus that religion versus this country. It can't be like that anymore. We're not going to win the ultimate war like that by having these small little victories in battles that are really losses. Because they want us fighting each other so that we never have the ghouls or the knowledge or the knowing to turn around and say, what the why are we fighting each other when the enemy's right over there? We've been fighting our fellow brethren, our fellow brothers and sisters, our fellow children of God. We've been fighting our family when the enemy's across the street laughing, pulling all the strings. Come on, guys. Come on. We need to rise above. Get beyond this territorial war of I'm better than you and you're better than me. It ain't about that no more. It really ain't about that. We need to come together. And this goes for everyone. This goes for the people that think they can travel around the globe and cause chaos through their beliefs. And people that don't want to accept anything other than their own beliefs. This is for everyone, this message. We need to let go of what we've been brought up and told. Because most of it is absolute, twisted and manipulated and horrible. And it leaves you wanting to fight. But we end up fighting the wrong person. And if we do that, everyone loses. So we absolutely must continue to hold our politicians accountable. We absolutely must. Because they know they're in a chain link of evil, a lot of them. And if they try and break that chain, well, they get broken and replaced. So most of them just keep their mouth shut, they accept their paycheck and they do what they're told. It might seem too big for any of us to overcome, but there are 8 billion of us. Yeah? There are 8 billion of us. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. 8 billion of us. We can change this planet. All we got to do is come together. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being down here with me and all of us at this great time of awakening. It is tough, but it is beautiful. And if there's one thing we like on earth, it's a little bit of beauty. So till next time, please take care of yourselves. Love your families, love your friends, love your pets, your animals, your neighbours. But most of all, don't forget to love yourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, we can't give those around us the love that they truly deserve. then we can't receive the love we all truly deserve. So till next time, please, 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 just keep it real, keep it strong, keep it love, keep it harmonious, but keep it truthful. Don't give in to the temptations of wanting to just go along with the crowd because it's too fearful to step out and say what you truly think. We need more voices on this planet to speak their truth, the one truth. That yes, God is real. Yes, we live forever. We're eternal souls. We can never be trapped or harmed. We are godlings in our own right. Yes, Jesus Christ is real, did come down to this planet and wanted us to love ourselves and love those around us. So if we can keep these simple messages in check, always come from a place of love and never from a place of fear, then victory will surely be ours. And we can show this world how beautiful this country can be, how beautiful our morals can be if we can keep them in check with the right people, and how strong we can be if we come together as a unit, as an 8 billion strong unit of planet Earth, with the beautiful residents of Great Britain standing strong at the forefront, saying we shall not be moved, we shall not be controlled, we shall have our voices heard, we will see change in our politicians, and we will see it within our lifetimes. Come what may, victory will be ours. Have a great day, guys. That's it from me for today. I love you all. Take care. Stand strong. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye for now. Take care.